Look, yes, it's been a while, but we don't have time. So let's just jump right in. We all know that Pittsburgh is the city of bridges. But what would our bridges be without our rivers? Rivers, the veins that carry our precious, precious fluid to our vital organs. Or like McKee's Rocks. But lately, the past 100 years, our rivers have been suffering. And we have been struggling to keep them clean. I mean, if you ever looked really close, you'd see trash, brownish, greenish hues, oily substances. And if you got even closer, you might smell something a little bit rotten. And that rotten smell might be more familiar than you think. But first, meet the Allegheny County Sanitation Authority, ALCOSAN. ALCOSAN has a large wastewater treatment facility right here in Pittsburgh that treats water from over 800,000 Allegheny County residents. So what exactly happens to wastewater that can't be treated?
Allegheny County's wastewater treatment facility is warning people to stay away from the county's waterways. It's due to a discharge of raw sewage that took place yesterday.
It goes right back into the rivers. On Friday, March 6th, a power outage at the ALCOSAN wastewater treatment plant occurred between 6 and 8 p.m.
They were without power here on Friday for about an hour and 15 minutes. The plant stops operating like it did Friday evening. The waste of those thousands goes with it, flowing into Pittsburgh's three rivers.
Okay, so some wastewater went into the river. So what? Look, we've all put it away too soon and had a little spray into our pants. How much could have possibly gone into the river?
He says around 20 million gallons of raw sewage were discharged into the river in the 2 hours they were down.
Could we say that again?
He says around 20 million gallons of raw sewage were discharged into the river in the 2 hours they were...
That seems like a lot of shit. 20 million gallons of raw sewage just into our rivers? But here's my point. Here's my point. This is what happens normally. Like, that's the plan. For when there's a power outage, shout out Duquesne Light, I know this is your fault somehow. During the power outage, wastewater goes into the rivers. That's the plan. That's the emergency procedure. Pittsburgh's relationship with these rivers has been a complicated one. Primarily, these rivers have been used for industry. It's really just in the last couple years, relatively, that we've started to use these rivers for entertainment. You know, I'm thinking about the new kayak rentals down by the convention center, the new amount of funding that's going to the Riverwalk Park. Pittsburghers want to use these rivers for recreation. And this might be coming at a time where a lot of young or new Pittsburghers don't realize that these rivers, we don't use them for that. We use them to transport our shit. It's also important to remember our drinking water comes from the rivers, which is treated. But every time we have to discharge our shit back into the rivers, it takes more energy, and energy means money, to clean that water. So maybe we should come up with a new plan. If we want to live in a world where we can enjoy our rivers for entertainment, then maybe we need to find another place to put 20 million gallons of raw sewage. Do I have the answer to that plan? No. We pay the price of every shit discharge that has to occur. And as our waterways are going to continue to be stressed by severe weather events, that's going to lead to bigger problems in our rivers. But I do think it's important to note that in a 1 week span, the mayor of Pittsburgh, Corey O'Connor, has jumped into 2 separate pools fully clothed. That has to be some kind of city record, right? Why is our mayor... Who's going to stop our mayor from jumping in? Corey, I dare you to jump into the rivers. Our mayor can't cannonball into the Ohio River. That's a crime against humanity. This man is desperately trying to find pools of water to jump into fully clothed. And in our city of rivers, we can't even do that. For shame, ALCOSAN, for shame.